Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
YouTube, what's good? What's good? Hey, man, I came across this video. This young woman, man, she got blindsided from her job, from her corporate job. It's laid her off. She had no idea it was coming. It's pretty wild to see in real time. I got laid off, man. The Monday after Thanksgiving, 2023, had no idea I was about to get laid off. So I can relate to the video. I'm going to play some of this video, though, and then we're going to dig into it a little deeper, talk about it. So without further ado, let's get to it. Y'all, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we upload new content. Let's get to it, man. This happened to her in real time, bro. Life is wild sometimes, bro.
Hello.
Hey, Simone, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Hey. Hey, thanks for making time on short notice. I'm sure my invite was rattling and not awesome, and you do not have to turn your camera on if you don't want to. I have a couple of notes to share with you. Um, so I'll be glancing at those notes to make sure I cover things, but I will also follow up with an email so you don't have to retain everything I'm going to say. The difficult decision to restructure the XD org and as a result, reduce the size of the org. And unfortunately, you're impacted by this change. So your last.
You can see the shock in her face. Like, is starting to register. And I can tell you from personal experience, it's a unraveling experience. It jolts your system, man. Your body goes into this shock. Unreal feeling.
Working days today, but the good news is you'll be paid through February 2nd. Those are the most important pieces of information. Your system access as an employee will be turned off at some point today. I'm not sure when exactly. In your Workday and Benefits portal, you'll still have access to until February 2nd as an employee, and then after that, you'll have access to it as an alumni. And then I'm going to email you the specifics, your severance, benefits, and a few other details that will probably be helpful later, and you're ready to go through them.
She's not really processing everything that lady is telling her, because what happens is you so in shock you can't even have process what everything else is going around you. Like, so what the lady is telling her, she hears her, but it's overwhelming for real. Like, you can't really. It's hard to explain without you having to go through it. And the people that's been through this, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. Especially when you haven't done anything wrong. It's brutal.
And then on your last day, you'll get your severance documents via DocuSign to sign, and they'll go to your personal email address. I'm gonna pause. I know I just rattled off a whole bunch of really big news. Is there any questions or anything that you want to ask?
Are there any reasons other than just like restructuring? Like, what's the reason for the restructuring?
That's a really good question. It has to do with the company is doing consolidated priorities this year and next year. They're looking to, so the org, it has nothing to do with performance. It has nothing to do with location and everything to do with the company wanting to do less in tech and take on less priorities. And as a result, um, the team is being reduced for that to support that.
Another.
So, like she said, man, it has nothing to do with performance. What happens is, like, especially in my case, the company got bought out by another management team, right? So when a new management team comes in, listen, guys, it all comes down to the dollar. At the end of the day, it's all about money. People, these companies, these organizations, they say they care about you as a person, but at the end of the day, you're really just a number. And if you're cutting into if you're cutting into their share of income flowing in, they will move your position out, regardless of how well you perform, regardless how much you show loyalty to the company. It is what it is. It's not personal, it's business. So, with that being said, you need to always keep your head on a swivel. That's an old football sports term. What that means is always have something in a contingency plan in place. Always be updating your resume. Always be updating your skill sets. Whatever you learn on your job, get good at that. Get sufficient and efficient at that job, at that new skill set that you're learning, that your job is paying for you to learn, and put that on your resume. So just always be prepared to be ready to make that next move.
Other question I had was around like my remote status. Is that like a factor in this as well?
Yeah, that's a really good question. It did, to be perfectly honest, it did come, the remote status in general came up as a potential discussion, but it ended up not being a factor.
Okay. Um,
Yeah. Well, please don't obviously feel the pressure to do anything today other than take care of yourself and ramp down and have a few conversations if you want to. Again, there's always people being impacted today, so I'm sure everybody is going to be worried and confused and feeling all of the things. So, number one, take care of yourself today. And as questions come up, again, just because you're not working after today officially, you are paid through February 2nd. I'm so sorry, Simone. Well, please, again, like take today and take care of yourself. And again, I'm really sorry, but this is happening.
okay. Thank you. See you on LinkedIn, I guess.
So yeah, now the lady that gave her the news, that had to pass that news on to her, to had to make look, it's hard on them too, man. I can remember everybody in the room crying. My manager, the HR department manager, my supervisor, like they were all sitting at the table crying. A lot of times it's not your manager or your supervisor. It comes from upper management, right? It comes from the people that's not even around. They're seeing their what's their bottom line. The money going in that's coming in that they're making and the money that's going out. And if they're not making a sufficient amount of money that's coming in that justifies that makes them happy, they are going to cut costs. And that whether that's equipment, whether that's you as an individual, it doesn't matter. Whatever I got to do to cut costs to bring in the profits that I see fit, that I want to see that makes me happy, that's what we're going to do. So, but yeah, it's tough on the people that, that lady that had to make that, to tell her that she's no longer employed. That's not easy on them either. And shout out to the lady that this content creator name, her social media is Life in Numbers. Y'all make sure to go follow her, check her out. Uh, it's pretty wild, man. I'm gonna put her social media in the description listed below. Total shock.
Um,
She in total shock.
so I've already cried today. Uh, I have already cried today. I'll probably cry more.
Are you gonna cry some more?
Um, yeah, so I got an email like an hour ago that said, "Hi, I'd like to get together and share an update on our organization and what this means for you." So, yeah, I already knew that this was coming. At first, I thought that like maybe it wouldn't just impact me because someone else mentioned that they got the same email. And I was like, oh, well, maybe, because this has happened before when they laid off all of our managers. So I was like, well, maybe they're telling all of us at the same time that someone else is getting, like someone big at the top is getting laid off.
Yeah, hey, I had to bring this up real quick. That I'm in IT. I'm an IT specialist. I do computer stuff, system analyst. So when I got called in to get laid off, I was thinking they were gonna make some other changes, right? You're not gonna lay off your IT people. I mean, we the ones that run the network. There's no way you're gonna lay off any IT people. But yeah, totally shocked. No position is safe. All right. unless you own the company, unless you run the company, or unless you real in cahoots close to the people that own the company that's running the company, no position is safe at all.
But I reached out to that person and I was like, "Does your meeting start at 12?" And she said, "No, my meeting starts at 12:30." So when she said that, that's when I had my breakdown, and that's when I started crying. Um, I think the best news out of that is that I'm going to, I don't know how much the bonus, but that check will come in March and I'll still get another regular paycheck from work. I don't know what I'm going to do. I do have savings, thank God. Thank God. But like, I don't know what I'm going to do if it takes months to get a new job, because I still want to remain in tech. I still want a remote position, which those are harder to come by now. And
See, she's saying she don't know what she's gonna do. That's what I was talking about earlier. You gotta have a contingency plan, bro. You can't be out here. You gotta have a plan, right? I was fortunate enough. I got laid off the Monday after Thanksgiving, 2023. So that was like the end of November. By mid-December, I already had a new job lined up. And how did you do that, Chad? How did you go from being completely blindsided and not having a job at all to getting a new job that even paid more money, that was closer to home, better options, better benefits, the whole nine? It's because I always kept my head on a swivel. Even though I was completely blindsided, I always kept my resume updated. Every new skill that I learned at the previous job, at the job, I updated everything on my resume. So you got to just stay above and be ready to go. And you keep looking at, what jobs are out there. You always stay in the loop. Don't just fall asleep and be comfortable. You got to stay in the loop, right? Always looking, okay, what jobs are out there now in your particular area? What skill sets do I need to learn? All right. So those jobs are paying big money for those skill sets. At the job that you have, start learning those skill sets. Start implementing those skill sets at your current position. Update your resume.
like, I don't know what I'm going to do if I can't get another job, because I have the mortgage now, and the mortgage is like $2,700 a month. Um, I have my trip planned to New Zealand next month. I should probably cancel that. Yeah. If I can get a refund on my flight, I should probably cancel that, which sucks, because I've been planning that since like this time last year.
Definitely got to cancel that.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know.
There it is. Here comes the breakdown. Boy, I'm sorry, boo. I'm sorry, sister. That is horrible. Bruh, she going through it. Like I said, man, y'all go check her out, man. Life in Numbers. I'm not gonna keep going through her video, but y'all, I'll put her link in the description down below. Just know, man, no job is safe. All you are for most companies is just a number. So, as Jay-Z once said, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. You got to have that mindset, that mentality. Always look out for yourself. Keep yourself above the curve, above what's going on. Always be prepared. Have a contingency plan in place. Don't get caught blindsided having a $2,700 a month house note and not knowing what's your next move. She's gonna be all right though. Everything's gonna work out for her. So I just want to share that, man. I hope this video is helpful. Just know, with all the lessons that life brings you, man, you got to know that it's always going to be a better time for you. You just got to be ready. You got to be prepared, man. Don't let anybody complete blindside you. All right, that's going to be it for this video. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time we upload new content, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.
I need to know everything, who and the what and the where, I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious, George, I hop in the Porsche, 5 and a horse.